Canada has arguably seen more protests in the last 4 years than in the last 3 decades. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms doesn't expressly mention protest, but it's supposed to guarantee peaceful assembly, peaceful association, freedom of opinion and expression, and freedom of conscience, subject only to reasonable limits in a free society. Peaceful assembly basically means the nonviolent gathering of people together. Riots and gatherings that seriously disturb the peace are not protected. The rights to freedom of assembly and expression do not include the right to physically interfere with or block lawful activities. Under some local bylaws and provincial laws, additional legislation forbids Canadians from such things as blocking or obstructing a highway, interfering with transportation or critical infrastructure such as a railway, and rioting. During COVID, we saw many governments fine and even arrest peaceful protesters, relying on restrictions they claim were justified by the epidemic. In some cases, the charges were upheld by courts, and in other cases, they were dropped or thrown out of court. In one case, the BC government admitted in court proceedings that the public health order which prohibited outdoor gatherings violated the right to peaceful assembly and association. As a result, the court ruled that those parts of the health order were unconstitutional. It's critical that citizens of a democratic and free country are not denied the right to peaceful protest, to have their opinion be known and heard, even if unpopular at that moment in time. Peaceful protests are meant to cause disruption. Disruption and inconvenience do not make the action unconstitutional. Protests are the way ordinary people without access to the media or who aren't being heard by the government can make their views known at a grassroots level. Given that Canadians can only vote every 4 years, protests are one of the key means to object to the government's policies and actions before an election. In many instances during COVID, very restrictive and arguably unconstitutional government behavior stopped or eased after widespread organized protest by ordinary Canadians. Your support makes all the difference. Become a monthly donor, invite one of our team to speak, or help spread the word by forwarding this video to others. Every action amplifies our impact. Join us. Let's make a difference in our country together.